All right, folks, welcome everyone to the first contrib call of this year. Perhaps people are still getting started, people are still coming back into the new year. So we'll see more and more participation as the year goes by. But we'll be covering a few things. I think the agenda is set. We'll be talking about 3.2. And then we are also going to talk about the PR by NonQ. We have Udit with us. We have Raj, Shubham, who all will be discussing. We can have a quick discussion on the PR as well. We'll get some Litmus CTL updates, and then obviously we can also discuss a little bit of on the upcoming LFX mentorship program that's coming up. We can discuss a little bit on the improvements that are required for resilience probes or any other documentation improvements that we are looking forward to. And then we can also have a quick roundup on what everyone is working on, what exactly they are doing. So lots to talk about. But before that, I'll just quickly talk about the Contrib Fest that we are having. So we have already submitted our CFPs for KubeCon. There are a few CFPs that are getting accepted. But the other thing that we are doing as maintainers or as project leaders are participating in everything that's there for us in terms of participating as a project. So as of now, we have submitted a maintainer track talk, and there's obviously opportunity to participate in a lightning talk. So perhaps anyone who's traveling for KubeCon can reach out to me and let me know, and I can just add your name for the lightning talk that we are doing. And the idea of the lightning talk is to present about the project, what exactly are the project updates and everything that comes with it. So that is one part of it. And then we are having the Contrib Fest. So I'll quickly share my screen. So if you can see my screen, Contrib Fest is going to be a 90-minute session, and we are going to invite folks or talk about the outstanding technical debt. What are the issues that are already open? What are the feature requests that can be catered to, and how we can actually bring in more contributions to the project. So obviously we have submitted a Contrib Fest for LitmusChaos with the maintainers as part of it, but I am open to inviting anyone who's part of this call or who's part of the community who wants to join the Contrib Fest with us and who's traveling to Paris for KubeCon to just get some more engagement. And before that, it's something that I would urge through this platform is to create some issues that are vital for us. So LitmusChaos, we are looking to apply for graduation sooner or later. We need to cater to some security requirements. I think I'll post a detailed discussion, and perhaps we'll also have a GitHub discussion rolled out for the same. But right now our focus is at Contrib Fest. So we are looking to bring in some contributions from the community and see what are the impactful feature requests that we can get done from a community standpoint. So maybe you can raise your hand during this call or just reach out to me post this call, and we can discuss and add you to the Contrib Fest session as well. So that is one important thing. And the second important thing is on the LFX mentorship side. So before we move on to the agenda items, perhaps I'd allow Raj or Sarthak to just share some insights on how we are participating in the LFX mentorship program this time around, and if we have already created an issue or no.
Uh, Hey Prithvi, yes, we are taking, we will going to like raise some issues for LFX. So it is not decided yet. So we are discussing internally. So once it is finalized, we'll anyways publish this to the community. So mostly it will be around the chaos center, and we'll pick one issue from the litmus code. Yeah. So mostly maximum it will be three. So minimum will going to take two issues. Sarthak, if you like to add anything.
No, Raj, like you have covered almost everything. Yeah. So we'll be sharing the details.
Sure. Thanks, Raj. Thanks, Sarthak. If anyone else wants to participate in the LFX mentorship program as well, feel free to reach out to one of these folks, Raj or Sarthak.
Yes, sure. We are looking for mentors. So if Namq or anyone wants to, our previous mentees can also participate as a mentor. So happy to take that.
Sounds good.
Can I participate, Raj?
Yeah, sure. Namq, just send me a DM. I'll we can discuss over internally.
Okay, okay, okay.
Sure. So with this, I'd allow Sarthak to take over and discuss the further agenda items.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Prithvi. I'll just share my screen. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible. So, like, it's been a while that we had our contribution call. So, to start off with, we can just start off with the like release notes of 3.0. This is the latest release of Litmus. So, like we have aimed to stabilize, even more stabilize our Litmus as well as Litmus CTL. So, in order to achieve that goal, we are trying to add some unit test cases in our modules. So, like the main part of this release notes is that we have had some test coverage in our authentication module, in our front end, as well as in our GraphQL as well, GraphQL server as well. So, like these are the major updates from 3.0, and we'll continue this effort. And like if anyone wants to, start writing test cases, so Namku has already written a very good documentation on in the wiki of Litmus. So, like to start off with the testing strategies, he has written a very good documentation. So, reference can be taken from here, and PRs can be raised if someone wants to do that. Uh, Mostly test cases are required on the GraphQL server side as of now. And right, so moving forward, so there's one issue in Litmus. So this is regarding the documentation of resiliency probes. So many users are facing some issues using resiliency probes. It's because that no proper documentation is available as of now. So our issue has been created. So if someone is interested in taking this up, we will be like I'll be happy to assign this issue. So all the points are listed here. So these are the things that needs to be covered, mostly like writing FAQs as well as few missing things so that user can take reference from. So this is one thing that can be taken. And right, so okay, this is a proposal. We'll discuss it at the end. Moving to Litmus CTL. Again, so the latest release for Litmus CTL is 1.1.0, but we don't have much of updates in Litmus CTL 1.0. We sorry 1.1.0. We had some major feature additions in Litmus CTL 1.0.0 release. And now with 1.2 release, so here are some open PRs, and we're planning to take them. So one of them is the get chaos environments command. So basically with this command, user will be able to list environments. So environments are basically needed to create any chaos infrastructure. So we already have a command to create a chaos infra, but to list this PR will help to list as well. So if someone wants to review this, it is open. Maybe Nagesh, you can review this as well. Um, like most of the changes are done, I have reviewed it myself. But
I have also reviewed it, so I think it's ready to merge.
okay, thanks, Nagesh. Yeah, so we'll once the like this pipelines pass, we will merge it. And moving to pull requests. So there are other like in order to again stabilize Litmus serial as well, we have made an effort to add test cases here as well. So there was as part of LFX mentorship program last like for the last term, Deep has raised a PR to add unit test, but still a draft PR. Some changes are needed here. So we will be taking this as well. And then there's another PR to, move to client go for the upgrade command. So Nagesh, I would request you to please review this one as well if you haven't yet.
Oh, sure, sure, sure.
Right, okay, thank you so much. And then regarding the open issues in Litmus CTL, there's one to create basically perform CRUD operations on probe. Nagesh, are you taking this up? So in
Yep,
discussion.
yep, I have made a proposal for this. I will share it in the meeting also.
Yeah, sure, thanks. Yeah, I've gone through that proposal. It looks good to me. So yeah, we will have this feature. Maybe we can take this in 1.3 or uh, whatever timeline that Nagesh suggests. And coming back. So basically, these are a few major updates on Litmus CTL and Litmus part. Now we have a proposal from uh, Namq. So Namq, do you want to discuss this now? We have Udit with us, so maybe he'll be able to share his views on this one.
Yeah, okay. I want to share my screens.
Sure.
Yeah, can you see there? I make two PRs, and number one is about the auto-generate proofs. In Litmus 3.0, we have to make proofs if we want to make on chaos experiment. So yeah, so I want to make new proposals that if we as uh proposals that if chaos engines custom relation CRD doesn't have a proof ref or notations and have a proof key, our backend automatically creates proofs and insert annotations in chaos experiments in the YAML file. So you can, as a demo, you can see that if we make a new chaos experiment using YAML file, we can see that we don't have annotations here, but we have a proof key in experiments tab. So if we save and run this experiment, we can see that our proofs are automatically generated. And in the experiments tab in this YAML file, our backend insert annotation proof reference here. So it's the first one. It's the first one about my PR, and please take a look at this PR. And second one is about my proposals about load testing with K6. Yeah, you can see here. And yeah, K6 is an open source load testing tool managed by Grafana Labs, and it supports various types of load tests, easy to use, and it's fully open source. So if we enter to K6, we just simply writing a scripts in JavaScript, so we can test everything using scenarios like testing API or testing GraphQL or using cookies or generate gRPC. And they also support the various types of load testing tools like smoke test, stress test, soak test, bike test. So yeah, it's really easy to use. So my proposals is simple. We just using K6 engines into a new chaos port. So that we just utilizing them and inject chaos port and check the resilience using the exist proofs like Kubernetes or command line or Prometheus. So yeah, it's a really simple to implement because Grafana Labs already has an chaos engine, already has an Docker K6 engine or Kubernetes buildable engine. So yeah, it's a proposal. So if you have any ideas or want to collaborate with me, just please leave a comment in this PR. Yeah, it's all. Thank you.
Thanks, MQ. First of all, thanks for the proposals. The load test also looks good. So in our past, what we have done is we have tested it out with BYOC, like bring your own chaos, and we have ran some load test using Locust, where we use the Locust image and the input via the scripts as you shown. Like here you have JS scripts, there we use Python scripts, and we inject the load fault on different URLs, get and post requests. So it's something this is useful, and this also looks good. Yeah, we can work on this and get this added. We can have a model where we can use the helper pod as
the K6 enabled image, and we can have all the scripts and things going on using that.
Yes, we can using the exist Docker engines, and yeah, using low cost is also good, and yeah, we can you can using both things, and we can I think we can compare two of things in a POC version and check the most variable one. But I think the K6 is more good than Locus because it's more flexibility and supports more
Right,
feature.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I can see in the proposal you are planning to add it in our Go runner image itself. That also, yeah, we can verify if it doesn't increase the size much and have lesser vulnerabilities, we can do that. But yeah, we'll just take a look for that one. Or if you want, you can have a separate image itself, and that can be used as a lib image and further used as a helper pod image, and we can use that pod to generate. How do we use in stress and network experiments, where a dedicated helper carry out the faults. So here also we can have a dedicated helper that can uh, like carry out this load fault.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Namir. We can discuss more and collaborate on this.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Udit. Thanks, Namkyu. Maybe we can quickly move on to the Litmus CTL updates.
Yeah, Nagesh, we want to share the proposal.
Yeah, sure. Just wait a second. Okay, I shared a link in the chat.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I mean, I have gone through this proposal. If like anyone else also wants to go through this,
Yes.
they can just go through this one. So Nagesh, like main thing here is you can just go through the APIs available in Litmus and check like if they are enough to integrate it with Litmus ETL. All
Yes,
the
yes.
options. Right?
Yeah, I did check the APIs, and there are some GraphQL APIs which we can use directly in the Litmus CTL, similar we are using for experiments and the infrastructure.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, that should be enough for create, read,
Yep,
and update operations, right?
yep, right.
Okay. So like we can try to take this in 1.3 or 1.4 at least then.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think it will be possible by then.
Prithvi, that's all the update from Litmus and Litmus ETL sites.
Right, sure. Thank you so much, Sarthak. Maybe I'll open the floor for any other folks if they have any updates. Thibu or Shubham, Raj, if there are any updates from your end, or we can wrap up.
No update on my side. So, but I think that I will look on the issue that Sarah Jena opened about the documentation and work on it.
Sure. Thanks, Thibu. Shubham, Raj, do you have any other updates on your end of contributions?
No, as of now. Yeah, don't have anything.
Yeah, I mean, I today I merged the one PR from the Nages to change the some logging for the probes. So thanks for the contribution, Nages. So that's one update.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and perhaps we'll meet again in a couple of weeks. So until then, again, we are participating as a community at Chaos Carnival. So we are having a few talks. So I hope to see everyone there. And then again, we'll be talking more about KubeCon as well. So thanks again, everyone, for joining in, and see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.